So good day everyone. Our topic for today is all about computer processing of human language. Our world today seems to revolve around modernization, which is influenced by the technology. So this paves way to the emergence of computers. So what are these computers? So these computers are electronic devices that we use to create or store, organize, process data that were essential in building a software or a program in a computer. And these computer softwares or programs that were going to be produced by these computers are useful to deal with our language. Language is the means of our communication or the main tool we use in communicating. So, to relate these to the computers and language, it is referred to computational linguistics. So, computational linguistics involves anything that combines computers and human language. So, what are these things that combines computers and human language? As what I've said a while ago, that in a computer you can store or create datas, right? So these datas are the one that operates the computer to deal with human language. So later on, we're gonna find out how computer that does that. So, and also computational linguistics concerned with understanding language from a computational perspective. So when we say computational perspective, it means we're using language through the involvement of computers. The ones who's responsible on those things, they are called computational linguists. So computational linguists develop and design computers that deal with human language. So here we're going to find out what are these developed and designed apps or such softwares and programs that were designed by computational linguists in order for computers to deal with our language, such as these tools. So, computational linguistics is used in tools like machine translation, speech recognition systems, text-to-speech synthesizers, search engines, text editors, and language instruction materials. So, machine translation is the process by which computer software is used to translate a text from one language to another. So, as I've mentioned a while ago, these are the apps or the software or programs that computational linguists have or had designed and developed to deal with human language. So from the word itself, machine, which refers to computers, right? And translation, which means to translate a word of a specific language into another language. So for example, the Google Translate. So if you're using Google Translate to translate words to another language, so for example is here, we translate the English word language into the Filipino language using Google Translate. So here's an example of translating a specific language to another language using Google Translate. So next is speech recognition system. So it is a software that can translate spoken words into text using closed captions. What are these closed captions? So they are just like the subtitles. If you're watching or if you are fond of movies or TV shows, you can see these closed captions. They are printed words that were on the bottom of the video. So it is included in the video, and its purpose is for deaf or those people that who can't hear, for them to understand what they are watching. So example of speech recognition system is Google Assistant and Apple Siri. So, and on this image here on the right side, so there's a man here, a silhouette of man, and a microphone and a gadget which is specifically a laptop or a computer. So using a gadget, we are going to speak. For example, we are going to search on the Google with the use of Google Assistant. So by opening the app, you're going to speak the words that you wanted the app or your gadget to recognize in order for you to see the results of your search or what you wanted the software to do or to look for you. I wanted you to look at this encircled word. So these words are what we call the closed captions. Where when you speak on your phone or when you speak through your phone, it will recognize your voice, your spoken words, and will turn it into text like this, which we called closed captions. So here is an example of it. What's the weather tomorrow?
It'll be mostly cloudy, with a high of 33 and a low of 25.
Next is text-to-speech synthesizers. So it is the type of assistive technology that reads digital text aloud. So for example is the TikTok text-to-speech. So from the word itself, text-to-speech, it means unlike the speech recognition system where the spoken words are turned into printed words, in text-to-speech synthesizers, the assistive technology or the AI, okay, the AI reads the digital text aloud. So these AIs are made by the use of computers. These are the voice that you hear when you turn text into sounds. This is an example on how you can turn the text into speech using the TikTok app. So if you're a TikTok user, you're familiar with this icon here at the bottom of your videos. When you click this AA icon, you can add the text on your video. Okay, then after that, you'll see this text to speech icon. So type in the message you wish the AI to read aloud. Then select text to speech with the third icon from the left that looks like a talking head. Will then be referred or offered a selection of TikTok's preset voices. So these voices are not human voices as what I said a while ago. They are AI voices. Okay? Tap on each of them to hear how your text sounds read aloud. So here's an example of it from Tech Boomers.
Want to become a TikTok pro? Check out Tech Boomers on YouTube.
If you're a TikTok user, then you're familiar with this. So next, search engine. So as it is a software program that helps people find the information they are looking for online using keywords or phrases. So for example, here is the Google. So the most used app in searching is Google, right? So another example of search engines is Yahoo and Bing. But they are not used or they are not prominent to us. So here is an example of it. Okay. When you searched a word or a phrase just like this, the word language in the Google app, then you'll find the results or the things that you are looking for in the app. I think almost every information are on the Google, but not all those infos are reliable or credible. That's why it's necessary to always check the credibility of a website. Next is text editors. It is a computer program that lets a user enter, change, store, and usually print text. So it is consist of words, numbers, which are encoded through computers. So it is an important tool for computer linguists because this tool helps computer linguists to create and edit such scripts or the tools they need in order for them to develop a specific software or program that makes the apps they develop to or programs to properly function. Next is the language instruction materials. So it refers to anything which is used by teachers or learners to facilitate the learning of a language. So structures of language in computational perspectives and the various structures of language, right? Which are the morphology, phonology, semantics, syntax, and pragmatics, such like that. But in our topic, only phonology is included because the remaining structures of language were going to be discussed or were going to be further discussed by Miss Jonalyn Collado. So, computational phonetics and phonology. So, we've learned that phonology is all about the speech production or it is all about the speech or all about the sounds, right? So it is concerned with the processing speech. Okay, it deals with the changes in sound patterns that take place when words are put together. So how does these words are being put together in computer softwares? So here we're going to analyze how the words are being input to the computer, if it can recognize it or if it can understand the words that we are saying through the computers or the apps. So, speech recognition. This analyzing speech and producing a transcription of it. So when we say transcription, it is a product or a result which is represented through printed or written words such as like that. So earlier I've discussed this speech recognition in the speech recognition system, and I've said right that it is the speech turning into text, and speech synthesis is the opposite of it, right? Where text are being turned into speech or sound, or which are read aloud, right? So speech synthesis is creating an electronic simulation of speech to be said, okay, to be said by the computer. So it is just like my example earlier, the Google Assistant, right? Speech recognizers were not designed to hear individual sounds. So, it can recognize individual sounds. So, for example, is the word his. The way the computer process the word his is in the word his. Say his soup. The way it recognizes that specific word is not individually, where the word turns out different as what you've said. So speech recognizers may utilize syntactic rules to further disambiguate an utterance. So for example, it's too late, okay, or wait. So either of the two that you're going to say, it can't recognize it properly. It is because there are syntactic rules that further interpret or disambiguate your utterance. Speech synthesis is mostly used for translating text information into audio information and in applications such as voice-enabled services and mobile applications. So we've discussed this earlier. So speech synthesis is all about translating text informations into audio informations. So the very best example of it is the Google Assistant and the other one, the Apple Siri. So that's it